Hey there retro games fans, this is Andy C from Pieces of 8-Bit, or should I just say hello gaming fans. Yeah, bit of a confession to make. In the video that you will see tomorrow, which I've already filmed and edited, which is just in the background here, which is going to be a retrospective and review on Eternal Darkness on the GameCube as part of my Month With series, I will tell you in the now and next section at the end about all the wonderful things that are happening in the gaming world at the moment, including the release of the Switch 2, which came out last week. And in that video, I'm going to tell you about how I'm going to wait for the Switch 2 and going to wait for the hype to die down before I go and pick one up. So you're going to be watching that tomorrow. Obviously, unless you're watching this back, it doesn't really matter what order you watch them in. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm filming this on the 12th of June, and on the 13th of June, which is my usual video drop date, you will see me saying about the fact that I would probably wait to buy a Switch 2. So yes, what has happened is I've impulsively gone and bought myself a Nintendo Switch 2. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to unbox it. I haven't, the postman has turned up, or the man from DPD has turned up with my box, and I haven't even opened the box. So I'm going to do a bit of a unboxing video on the channel. Now I'm imagining, obviously I'm a bit late to this party, so a week has passed since since the Nintendo Switch came out, or Nintendo Switch 2 came out, and so I imagine there are probably millions of unboxing videos on there, but I'm going to do it anyway because it's kind of fun. I like doing unboxing videos, so I apologise if this is of no interest to you, and I'm sure there's some longer, slicker, better videos out there for it, but I make no apology for that. So without any further ado, I'm going to get stuck in with unboxing this bad boy, and I have very little idea about what to expect. So let's get stuck straight in with the scissors and the box and get this thing unpacked. All right, let's get stuck in with this. So I've actually, if I'm completely honest with you, I've not really paid a massive amount of attention to the Switch 2. I was excited for it, and I've been very excited to see some of the specifications. I know a few people that have picked one up, and everybody's raving about it. I know there have been some mixed reviews out there. Some people have been a bit underwhelmed by it. But people I sort of know and trust on these matters have said it's really, really good. So I've seen a few pictures. I saw the intro video. I've not really seen a great deal. So this is going to be a surprise for me. So let's get stuck straight in with this box here. So it's like Christmas, isn't it? Big box for a relatively small. It's quite heavy actually. It's a pretty heavy unit. Yeah, it's quite weighty. I mean, when you consider the weight, I was going to lose my game now. When you consider the weight of this, oh, it's quite a big difference. Obviously, I'm just holding the Switch here, the original Switch, but yeah, it is a lot lighter. I have heard that it is a bit bigger. So let's get and have a look in here then. So remember the scissors this time. Anybody who's watched an unboxing video from me before will know that I forget the scissors and then I fight to get in with it on camera. What I like to do is just do this once. So I like to, you know, just do this in one take. It's a bit risky because obviously if I do it wrong, there is no going back and sealing it all up again. I had a bit of an issue with the ROG Ally when I did that and ended up having to sort of redo it. But yes, nice little compact box that it comes in. So let's just try and get this out of here. So just to let you know how I did. Why was this not coming out of here? Just to let you know what happened. Basically, I got a deal from EE, who, for those of you who aren't in the UK, mobile phone provider. And in fact, this is how I bought the Xbox Series X. They did a really good deal, which included Xbox Game Pass for 2 years, I think. So, and in actual fact, I discovered yesterday, as part of ordering this, that I've been paying for Game Pass separately anyway. So I'm actually getting a refund back from EE, and I've been paying £15 a month. So that almost covers the whole cost of this. So actually, in some ways, I hadn't noticed that I was buying Game Pass separately, getting a refund for it. Obviously, I won't be paying for it going forward. So yeah, that's going to cover the cost of this. But what EE tend to do, and there are plenty of other places you can buy it, and other mobile providers I'm sure that do the same, is they'll do you like a deal and it goes on your mobile phone contract. But the reason why I went to EE is because they had some in stock. So I've looked in Argos, I've looked in Amazon. Not that I was looking for a Switch 2, of course. So I've looked in a number of places for the Switch 2, and yes, that is what is in. It was in stock, so I just went for it. Yeah. All right, so here we go then. So here's the box. All right, and okay. Opened it upside down. Let me put it the right way up there. Hopefully you can still see this. All right, so nicely packaged in here. This is our 12 months online subscription, which is handy because that's got the GameCube on it for the Switch 2 as well. Right. Okay, so here's the unit. First thing I noticed straight away is how much bigger it is. Before I've even taken it out of the pack, that's just the screen. Look how much bigger that is compared to the Switch. That's without the controllers being added on. So it's almost as wide. I've got missing a controller here. Let me pop that back on. There we go. So that's the Switch, and then obviously I'll compare it. But that's almost as wide. The screen on its own is almost as wide as the Nintendo Switch itself. Okay, so wow. That's lovely. You can see everything in the background there. Nice bit of reflection. I'm going to need to get myself a screen protector for that, I think. One of the issues with the original Switch was that when it's actually got the original screen protector I put on it when I bought it right back at launch, because it had a bit of an issue where when you were docking some of the early ones, they could get scratched in the dockle. So that was rumoured. I never saw evidence of that. I certainly haven't seen evidence of that on the screen protector, but I will probably get a screen protector for that. That screen is going to be absolutely gorgeous. Alright, so what else we got in here then? So we have a bunch of paperwork. So we've got our code. I'm not going to show you the code for my Mario Kart because I don't want you all to go claiming that before I've had a chance to. Got a brief instruction manual there. We've got our HDMI lead. These are for the controller. I assume these just clip onto the controller for... I think they just so that you can use them as the Joy-Cons handheld if you want to. I guess we'll figure that out. Got our Joy-Cons. Let's just have a look at how these compare to the original ones. So, oh yeah, quite a bit bigger. Quite a bit bigger there. So actually, let's have a look at this then. So, I guess this goes this way.
A few minutes later.
Yeah, it would help if I put it on the right way around. That's quite neat, actually. It just sort of finishes that off. So you've got the grey ones that clip onto the the coloured ones that clip onto your controller elsewhere. But yeah, not quite neat. Like I say, quite a bit larger than the original Switch one. All right, there's our blue one there. So let's just put that onto the side. So in theory, they just clip on. Oh. That is so much better. That is so much easier than the way they clipped on before. You know, that sliding down, and you know the kids would play on it when they were younger. Bearing in mind it was out 8 years ago, so my kids were quite little when it first came out. It was crazy to even think of that. And it would, you know, they put it on the wrong way, or you know, the little sort of bits that go on the top of these they put on the wrong way, and you couldn't get them off. It was a bit of a nuisance actually. So I think Nintendo have definitely learnt their lesson there. Oh, those little covers come off nice and easy. Lovely, 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 lovely. And we have the, believe, if I just pull this out here, I'm so nervous of doing things without reading the instructions. So we've got our little, much better stand on the back there. It's a lot more robust than the one that was on the back of this. This sort of little thing here, which was quite flimsy. And, you know, I think if you were a bit heavy-handed with it, that could break very, very easily. Let me just put that back on there. Okay, right, what else have we got in our box here? So let's move that to one side there. Right, so down here we have the control. So this is like a little sort of harness thing that you can put your controllers in. So let's try putting that on there. Oh, now how do these come back off? Ah, right, okay, so there's a little switch at the back here. You just, oh, that's very nice. Very, very nice. All right, so let me pop these onto here so you can see them. Oh, they're just going to clip in the side, aren't they? I was ready to slide that down then. I was like, what? How do you do that? Nice. Oh, it's very neat. Very neat. I can hit Perfect Dark on my old Switch just playing in the background there. Okay, right, we've got our adapter, which is USB-C. So I'm imagining that I can probably still use the USB-C power source that I've got for the original Switch as well, which is handy. So I've got quite a few of these USB-C power supplies knocking around now. I have a couple for the Raspberry Pi as well, so I've got quite a few plugged in around my house, which is really handy for just docking things and plugging things in. You'll notice actually, I just show you this. I actually have another little dock which I use for in here, which I bought. I'm gonna say, I think I bought this from like Aldi or something like that. It was like one of those kind of middle of the store random deal things. Yeah, bought this little sort of little dock. So I have little docks dotted around the house. My son's got a Switch, so he has a dock in his room. There's the official dock under the television in the living room as well for the original Switch. So that will be getting swapped out. That'll probably come in here. And then the new dock will go in the living room for the Switch 2. And of course the advantage of the Switch 2 is that it is backwardly compatible with Nintendo Switch games, so I don't need to worry about having the Switch 1 in the living room either at the same time. And then the last thing I want to unpack is the dock, and that is nice. That's a nice looking, I know it's only a dock, but it just feels a bit more robust than the original one. It's a bit chunkier. Yeah, it's just that little bit neater. Okay, so there's, you just take the cover off the back. That's where your power supply and HDMI go. Very similar to the original one, but it is a bit chunkier. So if you are short of space where your current dock lives, you are going to need a little bit more room. But yeah, quite a nice little thing there. So that will just dock in there quite nicely. Oh, it's got quite nice rubber feet on the bottom as well to stop it slipping. Let me just fold the. Oh, you see the way that that folds in there is really neat. Let me just drop that in there nice and gently. There we go. So that's it docked there. Let me just put the controllers back on the side. I love that action of how the controllers clip back on there. That is really, really nice. Let's just do a final size comparison here. Let me see if I can turn this on. I don't know if there's any power in it. Oh, there is a little bit. Yep. So let's see how we go there. Yeah, look at the difference in size. So actually, interestingly, you know, it is quite a bit bigger, the screen. There we are, let's make it some noise now. So quite a bit bigger. Interestingly, let's have a look at the, I don't know if I've got it here. Let me just grab my ROG Ally out, apologies for all the bangs and crushes. Very different markets, of course, for these two units. Obviously the ROG Ally is quite a bit chunkier, but yes, look at the ROG Ally X as well. Look, again, quite a big difference in screen size. I'm really quite impressed with that screen. It looks very, very nice. I'll also be keen to get in on the games as well. I'm not going to do a month with this because just do a comparison again there. I'm not going to do a month with on this largely because it is a brand new console and there'll be loads of people out there reviewing them, and it's not really the sort of thing I'll review on the channel, so it's not going to be the sort of thing that I think you would need to come, you know, to the channel to have a look at. So I think probably I'm just going to have a bit of a play with it. I might report back in the odd video and just let you know how things are going. Where I might do some reviews is possibly on some of the backward compatibility stuff, you know, especially around the GameCube and what that's like. I think that could be quite a good topic for a video for those of you interested in playing some of the older games on the console. And it is really cool in as much as, you know, like this represents now every single generation of Nintendo console. You know, you can play anything from the NES, Game Boy, the Game Boy Advance, the SNES, the N64, now the GameCube, and obviously, you know, you'll be able to play your old Switch games. The only things that really aren't on here is the Wii and the Wii U games, but a lot of the Wii U games were ported anyway, so I don't think that necessarily matters. Things like Mario Kart 8 you'd be able to play on here if you wanted to. Of course, we've got Mario Kart World on here, which is going to be a lot more interesting to play, and can't wait to get stuck in with that. So really, you've got a lot of generations of Nintendo here, you know, if you are looking for something where you can kind of play, just really get stuck in with Nintendo, then this is going to be a good shout. Obviously, the problem with it is kind of pricey, but yeah, I've got this on a kind of contract deal, so it's not costing me that much. But yeah, very, very excited to get stuck in with that. So there you go. That is the unboxing. I'm not going to talk any more now. Obviously, you've got a full video coming out as usual tomorrow for Eternal Darkness. So please go and check that out. You see that running in the background there. You probably, if you're watching that on the behind me, you won't need to watch it tomorrow, of course. I jest. Please go watch my videos. Yeah, I've now got the issue of what do I play, because I've currently got Assassin's Creed Shadows on the go. I'm totally into Wind Waker on the GameCube at the moment as part of the Month With series, and now I've got this as well with Mario Kart World to get on with, plus any other Switch games that I feel like I want to play on there as well. So yeah, loads and loads of stuff to do and not enough time. And then making these videos takes time too. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that unboxing anyway. I'm now rambling. I will leave you all to it. Please go check out my video tomorrow. If you enjoy these videos, any of my videos, enjoy watching my channel, please do hit that like and subscribe button. Do really appreciate it. Oh, that's another thing as well. So tomorrow, I hadn't reached 500 subscribers when I filmed my video that's coming out tomorrow, my weekly video. Whereas as of this morning, I actually reached 500 subscribers, so thank you so much, everybody, to your support. 500 doesn't sound like a lot, but it means a huge amount to me. It is a lot of subscribers as far as I'm concerned. That means 500 people have hit that button because they kind of want to listen to my ramblings and things that I'm talking about. So massively appreciate that. It's a huge milestone for me. So super, super excited about reaching that milestone. So thank you so much to everybody who supports my channel and comes to watch me rambling about all sorts of random nonsense. But yeah, I'll leave you to it, and yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. For me, that's, yeah, let's not worry about the time aspects of that, but I will see you tomorrow. Until the next time, please do take care of yourselves. I'll see you around. Bye for now.